Welcome back to the channel. If you are into cybersecurity, ethical hacking, or just love securing systems before attackers do, you are in the right place. Today we are going deep into Nessus, a powerful vulnerability scanner used by professionals and bug bounty hunters worldwide. We will cover what Nessus is, why it matters, a full step-by-step installation, running your first scan, and understanding the results. So grab your coffee, and let us turn your laptop into a scanning powerhouse. Nessus is a vulnerability scanning tool developed by Tenable, used to identify weaknesses in systems, networks, and applications before attackers can exploit them. It is like having an ethical hacker assistant who works, checking for misconfigurations, open ports, common vulnerabilities and exposures, weak passwords, and unpatched software. Think of it as your recon tool before launching any penetration test. Nessus is used in government, banks, and other companies. Before you even think about installing Nessus, let's talk about why it matters. Imagine this. In a typical attack chain, it's not always some Hollywood hacker with elite skills breaking in. Most of the time, it's simple misconfigurations and outdated software. Those are the open doors attackers love to find. Here's where Nessus comes in clutch. First off, it finds vulnerabilities before hackers do. Nessus scans your setup for things like unpatched software, weak configurations, exposed services, and yes, even default passwords. That means you get a chance to fix those issues before someone with bad intentions even knows they're there. But Nessus isn't just about running scans and calling it a day. In any solid vulnerability management program, it's a core piece. Security teams use Nessus to spot threats, prioritize what's most dangerous, get clear guidance on what to fix, and pull detailed reports that your boss, or the compliance team, will actually understand. Speaking of compliance, Nessus makes life way easier when you need to meet industry standards. Maybe you're dealing with PCI DSS for payment systems, HIPAA for healthcare, ISO 27001, or following CIS benchmarks. Nessus has built-in templates for all of these. So when the auditors come knocking, you're ready. Now, if you're new to ethical hacking or IT security, don't worry. Nessus is totally beginner-friendly. The web interface is clean, you get templates for common scans, but if you want to go deep, it's powerful enough for pro-level security assessments too. And here's the best part. Nessus plays well with others. You can pair it with tools like Metasploit to actually test exploits, Burp Suite for web apps, or Nmap for port validation. Whether you're hacking in your home lab or defending a big enterprise, Nessus helps you find, fix, and report vulnerabilities fast. That's why Nessus isn't just another tool, it's one of the most essential in any ethical hacker's arsenal. Stick around, because next I'll show you how to get Nessus up and running in your environment. Now that we know some basics about vulnerability management and vulnerability scanning, I want to take you through the Nessus product by installing it and running some scans so you can actually see what it looks like. For this demo, we're using the free non-commercial use license that you can also use at home if you want to practice along. Before we get started, I want to make sure we're on the same page as far as a disclaimer. So everybody say it with me. I will not scan networks that I do not have written permission to scan. If you scan networks that you do not have permission to scan, you can get into legal trouble. Only scan systems you have permission to scan. Let's go over to the computer now to install Nessus.
Go to Google and search for Nessus. Nessus is developed by Tenable. On the download page, you'll see multiple version options based on different operating systems. Just scroll down and choose the one that matches your system. You'll need to register to receive an activation code. After submitting your information, you'll be directed to the download page to choose your version. You can also click the documentation link to learn more about different Tenable Nessus solutions, such as Tenable Nessus Professional. Now, before you choose a Nessus solution, let me break them down for you in the simplest and most practical way, so you know exactly which one fits your need. Nessus Professional. The industry standard. Fast, accurate scanning for systems, servers, and networks. Ideal for pen testers and compliance tasks. Nessus Expert. All the pro features plus cloud support. Scans infrastructure as code like Terraform and finds exposed internet assets. Perfect for cloud security teams and DevSecOps. Nessus Manager. Legacy products still supported. Manages multiple scanners and users. Best for existing on-prem teams. Tenable agents. Lightweight tools installed on endpoints. They scan devices even when offline or remote. Great for laptops and remote assets. Tenable vulnerability management. Cloud-based, scalable platform with automation, dashboards, and PCI support. Built for large enterprises. Quick tip. If you're just getting started, go with Nessus Essentials. It's free for personal use and a great way to learn. I'm running Windows here, so yours might look different depending on your OS. Install it. Once Nessus is started, connect to it by going to localhost on port 8834. You'll get a security error because of the unsigned certificate. Click Advanced, add exception, and confirm the security exception. Now you'll be on a web page to select your version. We choose Nessus Essentials. Since we already have an activation code, we enter it and continue. Next, create a user account. I'm using root as username and a password. This account will be used to log in and run scans. It will now download plugins and update itself with the latest signatures and database for scans. Once done, Nessus is successfully installed with the Essentials license. Let's begin scanning the network. Here, you can see several options. We'll go through them one by one. To start, click on New Scan. You'll notice there are different types of scanners available. For host discovery, there are two options: Host Ping-Only, Advanced Host Discovery. There's also a vulnerability scanner, offering various types of scans depending on your needs. Additionally, Nessus provides a compliance scanner for policy and configuration checks. Let's start with a host discovery scan. First, give your scan a name. You can also add a description or skip it if you prefer. In the target field, enter the IP address. You can add a single machine or an entire network. In this example, I'm scanning a single Metasploit machine. Click Save. I've already performed a scan earlier, so I won't run it again right now. Now, go to My Scans and open the report. You'll see that one host was scanned and two vulnerabilities were found. The history shows previous scan runs. Currently, there's one scan history. On the host, Nessus identified multiple open ports that are actively running. Here's the vulnerability summary pie chart. The colors represent the severity levels. For example, red indicates high severity. In our case, only informational severity was detected. By clicking on each vulnerability, you can view its description and detailed output from the scan. Let's start with an advanced scan. Click on Advanced Scan. As explained earlier, fill in the details like the scan name, description, and target. Nessus offers multiple configuration options. Let's explore them. First, click on the Discovery tab. Here, you can select how Nessus identifies live hosts. When you turn Ping Remote Hosts on, Nessus scans common ports to check if hosts are online. Now go to the Assessment tab. It includes several scanning options like brute force attacks, web application, scanning malware detection. For this scan, I've turned on the malware scan option. Next, head over to the Report tab. Here, you can choose what categories to include in your final report, like vulnerabilities, compliance, or info findings. Under Advanced, you'll find more detailed options. Right now, I've selected Safe Checks to avoid crashing any live systems during the scan. Once your settings are ready, click Save. I've already run this scan earlier, so now I'll show you the results. Scan results. One host was scanned. 73 vulnerabilities were found, 3 remediation recommendations were suggested. Let's now generate a report. Click on Report Format. You can choose between a summary, detailed view, or a full list of vulnerabilities. I'm selecting PDF format. Click Generate Report. Here's what the report includes. Severity indicates how dangerous a vulnerability is, ranges from low to critical. CVSSV 3.0, Common Vulnerability Scoring System, a standard way to rate vulnerability severity on a scale of 0 to 10. VPR score, Vulnerability Priority Rating, a dynamic score 0 to 10 by Tenable that helps prioritize which vulnerabilities to fix, first based on threat likelihood. EPSS score, Exploit Prediction Scoring System, estimates the chance a vulnerability will be exploited in the wild. Higher score equals more likely. Plugin name. The title of the specific Nessus plugin that detected the vulnerability, it tells you what was tested.
Always remember, scanning is only step 1. Investigating and remediating are where the real security happens. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others who are learning ethical hacking or cybersecurity. Do not forget to subscribe for more hands-on tutorials on tools like Nessus, Metasploit, and more. Got questions or want a video on a specific tool? Drop a comment below. I read every one. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay curious.